Hey guys, it's another new story. Today I'm going to be starting a series of books my daughter asked for from the A to Z Mysteries by Ron Roy. This one's called The Lucky Lottery. It was illustrated by John Stephen Gurney. Chapter 1. Ready. Ready, aim, fire, yelled Ruth Rose. She and Dink hurled snowballs at Josh's fort. Josh's grinning face popped up. "Missed by a mile," he yelled. "You throw like a girl, Ruth Rose." "I am a girl," Ruth Rose yelled back, and she whipped another snowball, catching Josh in the face. The sides were uneven, but no one cared. It was Dink, Ruth Rose, and her little brother Nate against Josh and his dog pal. Nate was in charge of making snowballs for his sister and Dink. Pal raced around barking and trying to catch the snowballs in his mouth. More snowballs flew at Josh's fort. Suddenly, Dink yelled, "Stop!" Two little kids in lumpy snowsuits had wandered into Dink's backyard. "Who are they?" asked Ruth Rose. Dink shrugged. He and Ruth Rose dropped their snowballs and walked over to the newcomers. The taller one was a boy. He wore a dark blue parka and green ski cap. The shorter one was a girl. Her red hair framed her eyes and pink cheeks. "Hi," Dink said. "Who are you?" "I'm Josephine," the girl said. "And I'm Ben," the boy said. "We brought you a message from our big brother." Josh climbed out of his fort and walked over. "Who's your brother?" he asked. "Lucky O'Leary," Josephine said. "Oh, now I recognize you," Ruth Rose. "You live over on Robin Road." Ben O'Leary unzipped his parka pocket and pulled out a crumpled note. "Here, Lucky said to read it right now." He handed a note to Dink. Dink flattened out the paper. "Guys, I need you. Come to my house. Urgent. Lucky." "Did Lucky say what this is about?" Dink asked. "It's a secret," Josephine said, her eyes wide. Dink, Josh, and Ruth Rose looked at each other. "Let's go," Ruth Rose said. She pointed her brother toward their house. "Nate, please go stay with Mom. Tell her I had to go on a secret mission." Dink, Josh, and Ruth Rose followed Ben and Josephine. With Pal at their side, they headed for the west side of Green Lawn. It was Christmas vacation, and the store windows on Main Street were decorated with tiny white lights. Snow covered the grass, but the streets and sidewalks had been cleared. "Is your brother home from college?" Dink asked Ben. Ben nodded. "He came home a couple days ago. We bought a Christmas tree and presents," Josephine added. The kids crossed Main Street and headed up the Bridge Lane. They turned left and stopped at 33 Robin. The house was tall and blue. Kids' toys and sports stuff were scattered across the yard and front porch. The 5 kids tromped up the steps. Josephine threw open the front door and clumped down the hall, leaving snow tracks on the floor. Dink and the rest of the kids knocked the snow off their boots before stepping inside. Josh told Pal to wait on the front porch. "Lucky's in the kitchen," Ben said, leading the way. Lucky was making lunch for his 6 brothers and sisters. Lined up on the counter were 6 grilled cheese sandwiches, 6 glasses of milk, and 6 bananas. "We brought 'em," Josephine said. She and Ben hung up their jackets and sat at the table with the rest of their brothers and sisters. I said that backwards. Lucky had grown taller since Dink had last seen him. His hair was longer too. "Hey," Lucky said, nodding at Dink, Josh, and Ruth Rose. To his brothers and sisters, he said, "Okay, you guys, eat your lunches. Be good and no fighting. Ben's in charge." "Why does he get to be in charge?" Josephine piped in. Because I said so. You can be Ben's assistant, okay? That's Lucky said. Then he smiled at Josephine. Lucky beckoned for Dink and Josh. Ruth rose to follow him, stepping over soccer balls, mittens, books, and hockey sticks. They trailed after Lucky into the living room. A tall Christmas tree stood in one corner, half decorated. Ornaments and strings of lights covered the floor. Lucky threw himself into a chair and rubbed the top of his head. "Someone robbed us," he said. Dink looked around the room. "What did they take?" he asked. "Lottery tickets. Every year, my grandfather sends us kids a Christmas card with 7 lottery tickets inside. Every year, he uses our birthdays for the numbers. And every Christmas morning, we open the card while he's here. It's a big ritual in my family. Nobody ever wins, but Gramps gets a kick out of it." Lucky pointed to a row of Christmas cards propped up on the fireplace mantel. "This year, a burglar got in here and stole his card. I hadn't even opened the envelope." "How did the burglar know there were lottery tickets inside?" Josh asked. "I don't know," Lucky said. "My grandfather called me this morning, all excited. He said he'd been reading his Sunday newspaper and saw that the winning lottery number was my birthday. But when I ran in here to get the card, it was gone. So the burglar must have learned the winning number before your grandfather did," Ruth Rose said. Lucky nodded. "Lottery winners are noticed on TV every Saturday night," he said. "The crook must have heard about it then." "So he snuck in here last night," Josh said, "after he saw it on TV. Did he break a window or anything?" "Wouldn't have to," Lucky said. "The back door lock hasn't worked in years. The guy walked right in." How much was the ticket worth?" Dink asked. Lucky drooped lower into his chair. 7 big ones," he said. $7,000? Josh squeaked. "No," Lucky said, shaking his head. 7 million. And that's where I'm going to stop this time, guys. Maybe next time I'll be able to read more. My throat's still kind of healing from whatever's going on with it right now. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll be making more tomorrow. See you then. Bye.